See you, buddy.
All right. See you, man.
All right. So, as those of y'all who have been here before, in our second couple hours, we're going to be doing the student round, and I believe we might be starting off here with Mr. Wyatt. He might have to cruise a little bit early.
Hey, pretty good. How are you?
Doing good. Have you seen the Flamekeeper band before?
Not, no, not in person.
You ever seen Michael Cleveland play the fiddle in person?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
he
Pretty.
actually played break on my record. So
Oh, hello. Of course,
yeah,
he actually played with them. Yeah. Well, you want to rip through these tunes? How you feeling about them?
pretty good. I've got something interesting for Clinch Mountain backstep.
All right. I like it already. Well, let's hear it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Before you start, can you
Oh,
point your camera down so we can see what you're doing? Mandolin sounds fantastic.
okay. Here we go.
One, two, three, four.
Right. So well done. I like the surprise. That was a good surprise there. What I like most about what you're doing is that, it's the essence of jamming. You're doing all kinds of stuff, and none of it sounds like, overly premeditated. You might have thought some about the concept
Yeah,
and all that kind of stuff, but it's flowing nicely. How's it feeling?
feeling pretty good. I like the modulation. I didn't think of that until I was messing with it today.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So did you go up to B flat? Was that what that was?
No, it's C.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So up to the that was a flat three in C. Yeah, that's good. And then back to A for the B part. That was very cool. How about that, David?
I liked it. I liked it
David?
when you went to the three flat chord there, that little modulation. That yeah, that was a surprise. So late in the tune. That was very
Yeah.
good, very clever. And your performance, you too. I liked your accenting. I like the fact that you can pulse and your amplitude dynamic fluctuations are developing very nicely.
You
Thanks.
didn't you didn't have to burn it down. You know, you could have obviously played it, a lot faster than that, but you chose a good tempo that
Yeah.
that supported the tune well. Very well done.
Thank
Excellent.
you.
Yeah. How about little mountain girls? Mountain gals.
If you thought that one wasn't very planned out, wait till you hear this. Okay. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
That was great. That was great. So many different great, abundant flow oriented ideas coming out there. with our core devices threaded through the whole thing. You know, the staggers, the slideys, the big swooshing glissandos, the bouncy, the
Yeah.
might have been a little infinity in there, and the cool halftime thing in there. Outstanding. Love that. How about that, David?
I
Burn.
love, of course, I love everything Wyatt does, and I was very impressed at your ability to go from this to this. You broke your wrist speed in half to do that little cool thing you did three-quarters of the way through. That's very hard to do.
Yeah. Is there anything that you would care to share with everyone? Because I mean, we've seen your whole development come here from, basically a very much a beginner to just, being able to shred the walls off stuff. What's the secret? What's the key to it all?
Well, I think the secret is hearing all the stuff that Chris plays.
Oh, I appreciate that very much. I do hear a nice, healthy element
Yeah.
of what I like to go for, mixed in with so much beautiful influences from David and Bill, of course, and then your just own creative spark is just it's shining brightly, and just so proud of you. I mean, you played the Grand Ole Opry like a couple weeks ago. That's
Oh gosh. Yeah.
fantastic, and we appreciate you keeping up with us here in the old workshop. And we'll all be able to
Yeah.
say we knew Wyatt Ellis when he was way back when he had only written 10 mandolin tunes. Now he's written 5,000.
Oh gosh.
Wyatt, let me ask you this. On average, how many hours a day do you have a mandolin in your hands? Or
Um,
a
it's
musical
really
instrument, counting the guitar. A musical instrument in your hands, on average.
it's hard to
Driving
give
the
an average.
guitar,
It
at
depends.
home.
It really depends. There'll be like a day, probably a minimum of two and a half hours a day, a minimum, and probably 2 hours a day, a minimum.
Yeah.
If you're riding for 6 hours in the motorhome, you'll have that mandolin in your hand all day, right?
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I'm either playing the mandolin, listening to music, or sleeping. So
Or the guitar.
yeah.
I'm a big believer in the crossover benefits.
Oh
So
yeah.
if you're playing any instrument, it helps every other instrument you play.
And like I've for some reason on the mandolin started cross picking like I cross pick on guitar, like on that halftime thing I was doing down down up. Like I don't know. I mean, I like picking down down up. I don't know.
And did you ask for a banjo for your birthday?
Not yet.
I'm just kidding you. I'm just kidding you. Well, fantastic as always, Wyatt. Thank you so much for all the work you put into it and sharing it with us here. Aces all the way, buddy.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
So welcome. So I'm just going to go